Hello, this is Stan. I'm going to show you another video of my Nolan Ryan baseball card collection after about 31 years of collecting exclusively Nolan Ryan. This album is what I call the Oddball album. All kinds of things from Main Street Baseball to some game cards without pictures, a lot of non-licensed cards, gold foil signatures, etc. These are Sports Stars USA, APBA. Always thought these were interesting for the collection, starting way back in 1968, 68, and pretty much every year, 75, 76, 77, etc. Pretty much every year they produced a baseball card, a game card of Nolan Ryan. Later years they put dates on them. The earlier years you had to go, I believe there's a code. If you find the red 12, there's only one red 12 on each card, and there's a code that tells you what year there is. I've got a cheat sheet on that tells me the year. And here's one even made in 2019, so I guess they've made a few recently. Some homemade cards from somebody, one of ones, very thick, very well made. One of ones, as you can see. Some of the homemade cards, one of one, are very thin paper. Really don't like those cards. They were $1 or $2 a piece. Made by Priority Breaks. I would not recommend them. The JSW cards. Copyrighted, but don't believe they're licensed. Magazine cards. You can see all the variations. I'll keep it nice and slow, but this is my this will be my longest video because it's the whole album. Typically I break it up into Fleer, Donruss, Upper Deck, etc. But you can see in the early 90s, everybody wanted to make a Nolan Ryan baseball card. Some of subtle changes when I flip the page. In fact, you can see the different borders on this one. Gold signature foil. And you can see when I flip the page, just upside down backs. A while back, PSA was grading these and putting in the master collection because these were all published in Nolan News. And then they decided if anyone complained, I guess, about a card being in their master because they weren't licensed, they'd take it out. So I think right now, according to one of the major collectors, someone files a complaint, hey, that's not a real card, and they look at it. If it's not in Beckett, they'll take it out. But they're fun to collect. You know, look at all the different variations, sometimes same picture. When I flip you can see different color, but when I flip it, you can see there'll be a different back, different writing. So if you look at the front, you say, oh, he's got two of the same thing. Sometimes it's just different picture, sometimes different back. Immediately you see those two are the same, but I'll flip it and you'll see they're not. A gray and a white. Some of them pretty high-end manufacturers. And these will have different backs. They made some pretty nice cards. That's a gold foil. Makes it look very nice. U.S. Legends, they were always hard to find. Different foils. Some of these are art cards. These look like all art cards. Artist signed on the back. More art cards. Different artists. Most of these look like they're from Q. Cardboard Heroes. Different cards showing Nolan Ryan. People wanted to make their own baseball cards. Even Nolan knows Danny here, who evidently had a card shop. And looks like Nolan visited his card shop at one time. Legends. It was a magazine cutouts plus the John Deere card. More Legends. Pocket pages. Some of them have the promo stripe, some don't. Some have different backs. Free samples versus promotional. Sports Illustrated for kids. Savannah sports cards up here. More magazine cards. Hard one to find there. Sports Champions. It's the only one I've seen of that card. Promotional magazine cards. More magazine cards. Investors Journal, Investors Focus, MVP and Spotlight. PSA used to grade the magazine cards, and then I think they stopped putting those in the master list. It was always hard to find the different color. Some of them were pretty rare, pretty hard to find in the day. Wall Street Journal. We made a lot of those. American Sports Monthly. RBI. We made a few versions of those, different foil. Foil here, no foil there. Signature rookies, Mets Wiz. Another hard one to find. A promo card for Ruth Ryan's book, Covering Home. I believe that's the only one I've seen of that card. The silvers are very hard to find. Most of the time the gold is more rare than the silver. That one, the silver, Collector's Chronicle. Silver was harder to find. Everybody was chasing that one till PSA stopped putting that in the master collection. True Value, Wonder Bread, Nestle, Mootown Snackers, Sunflower Seeds, Drake's, Kraft, M&M's. There's a few M&M versions I'll flip over and show you. Not too many people know about. This one here, you could only get the yellow back. You could only get from a poster, M&M poster, cut out from a poster and not listed anywhere. Something I discovered. Don't know if anybody else knows about it, but you do now. If you get an they made about 1 billion, the regular M&Ms, but the posters, I want to say they were less than 100 made, and you had to enter a drawing to get the poster. So pretty tough to find. Post, no foil version. Starting lineup cards. A couple different backs on some of them, as they made some of them halfway through the year and had a different print run for later in the year. Playmakers, Legends of Bowman card, Hostess. I have some uncut Hostess cards that aren't in here. Conlon baseball cards. More Conlon. SSPC cards. Nolan Ryan. Those were always hard to find a long time ago. eBay makes everything easier to find. Mother's Cookies. I think starting back in '84, Mother's Cookies. Ran through the mid-90s. And then Nolan Ryan was so popular, they came out with the farewell set, a reprint of all the cards, and you can tell it's the reprint by the symbol up there. Kellogg's are always cracking on me. I put them in here and they crack. It's a shame. You spend $50 on a card and slide it in the album and it cracks. Classic. The classic set. 10th card on the back. I think '87. Classic started making the cards. And then they got smart and they started putting the dates on the front. Always helpful. And that one's a box card, cut out of a box. Classic Best. Classic from a national sports convention. Classic, couple of silver signature. This one has signature, that one doesn't. Hot print. Gold, silver. Blue, gold. Couple versions. $1, $2, $2 hot print. Phone cards. When I flip it over, you'll see one's a sample. Same way with the $2. Whenever here's a micro etched card. See on the back, some of these don't have, are promos. Sample, a couple promos. All three of these are different. Sample of 75, and then 2,500. All three of the GTS Mets are different. And this one's not plastic, this is cardboard, that one. 3-minute, 5-minute, 5-minute promotional logo phone. All three of these will be different for promotional use only. Two versions here. The sample, the regular. The promo, this one has a number, that one doesn't. That's promo. It's a whole set. I believe these are the grocery store cards. Every week, I guess you had to go back in 9 weeks, I believe, to get them all. Maybe 10. I see a week 10 up there. Guyana stamps. Came in a set. Spectrum cards, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Miracle Mets. And they made a few extra cards, lots of those, various different sets to put them all together. A lot of promos, as you can see on the back, all those are promos. Some of them have the gold foil signatures. Set of 10. Some good pictures, good photography. Spectrum Gold promo set. And then we get into the bleachers. Lots of different, same picture here, but all kinds of different stamps on it from different card shows. Phoenix or the National, Tough Stuff. And even then, sometimes it's a blue symbol, sometimes it's a red, sometimes it's a rainbow. More bleachers. Again, different Southwest Collectors Show, Midwest, East Coast. Jacksonville Suns, bleachers. Here's some, you see green backs. There's a blue back of the bleachers, promo card. Gold cards, prism cards. These are pretty tough to find. Gold, more prisms. And this is a neat variation. This prism is the orange border, and this has yellow. These are numbered of 10,000 up here. The silver foil are blank up at the top. And this one, the different version, is blank of 10,000, where this one is just blank. So, oddball variation right there for the yellow one. Harder to find than the orange one. More bleachers, different symbols, Comic Fest. Gold card. Berry Cola set. Good photography. Came in a box. Z Silk. I love those cards. Whataburger set. An O'Connell card and some large cards on the back talking baseball. And I'm not sure the origin of that. But in a blank front Bowman. So that's it for my oddball cards.